Hi, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna be cooking some banana pecan bread. Got a recipe here online. Try to add that somehow over to as a link so you can see that. I'll place this right here. We'll go step by step. First thing is preheating the oven to 365 degrees. So there's the oven right there. You can see me go walk all over to it. Start this up. Alright, next step after that is to, like I said, I'm just reading off ingredients and recipe. Lightly grease a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan. Place this somewhere. Alright, so got my pan here. I'm just gonna rinse this. Alright. Y'all see? Let me put this down so I can see where my hands are. What do you think? Pretty good? Set this up like that. Alright, I'm gonna grab my little bit of oil. Y'all can use gloves if you want. This is my house. So, use my hands. I lightly grease this pan. So as I'm greasing this pan, the oven is preheating itself. It's an important step. The chef once told me. A little more in this pan. I'm just lightly greasing the inside of this pan, getting all corners, sides here, the bottom there. I'm gonna set that to the side. That's literally step number 1. Step number 2 is that in a large bowl, you're going to combine flour, baking soda, salt, set that aside. So this recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, 2. Large bowl. You say it's a large bowl? Large bowl. Going to be our measuring device for today. It's going to be 2 cups. Let's see. It's going to go ahead. About one cup right into the bowl. Cup 2. Put that back. made a little mess here. Just gonna clean that up real quick. Again, just use your hands. They're already moist, so just pick that up. And it says flour, baking soda calls for 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Baking soda. A teaspoon. About one. About a half. And about half a teaspoon of salt. Some salt. Yeah. About half. I'll just combine. Try to get you a nice angle here. Nice and combined there. Do that. We'll set that aside. Now, it's step number 2. Step number 3. You're gonna mash 2 bananas. This recipe calls for 4 overripe bananas. 2 of them are about to be smashed. Bowl for smashing bananas. One. Pretty much overripe banana. So hook you up with this view. Toss these. I believe it says mash 2 of the bananas with a fork in a small bowl so they have a bit of texture. Fork, mash. bananas with a bit of texture. Now, electric mixer. I don't have an electric mixer. It says with a wire whisk, whip the remaining bananas and sugar together for good 3 minutes. Well, get the old electric mixer right here. So we're gonna do 2 bananas, 2 bananas and a cup of sugar. Toss. So a whole cup of sugar here. And sugar. One cup. Make sure it's the right sugar. Okay. Sugar. Sometimes they call for brown sugar. Use white sugar. Now let's mash these with the electric mixer. Now this is gonna create a cream, a banana cream right here. You can see already. It's looking terrific. So this is all happening as the oven is preheating, guys. Put some light. A little better. Whip it and whip it and whip it and whip. This is 3 minutes. It's been about a minute now. Oh yeah. Here's some butter. Calls for Next thing it says, add the melted. You want a light and fluffy banana cream. Light and fluffy. Let's get this. I think what's gonna get it fluffy is air sockets in it. It's like whisking eggs. The more you whisk the eggs or milk, the fluffier it gets, because it's creating air sockets, air pockets, sockets and pockets. See what this is gonna get. Now we're gonna add melted butter and vanilla. So for the butter, it's gonna be 1.5 unsalted butter, melted and cooled. Oh. So melt the butter in the microwave. 1.5 sticks. Whole stick right here. It says half. We'll go ahead and cut this little cutting board. Always use the knuckles. About half. Exactly half. So 1.5 sticks of butter. That's going to be melted, and as this is melting, I'm going to go check the oven. I just heard it go off. Should be preheated at 350 degrees. Let's go melt this butter. It says that's melting. You can add fluffing this as I'm reading. So there's the melted butter, eggs, and vanilla. Go ahead and add that eggs. Let's go do that. 2 large eggs. One. 2 large eggs. Let's clean this station up a little bit. So, go with the 2 eggs, crack that right there. Toss. And add the vanilla as well. 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon vanilla extract. Nice. Butters. It says melted butter. butter all melted. It says cool though, so I'm gonna whip this up, let it cool, add the butter in. So we're gonna what we're doing here is beating it well. Actually gonna go ahead and incorporate these two. Scrape down the sides. Continue beating as we incorporate. I don't know if you could see this, but getting like the froth. It's called fluffiness. So getting there. Butter's still a little. I'm gonna refrigerate it real quick. So the trick I learned is clean as you go. I have a dirty kitchen. Clean. Banana cream. Getting fluffy. So I add the butter, it's gonna be a little fluffier. Nice. Get this into a different bowl here. Yeah, a little easier to mix. See how easy that is to mix. I like getting into a musical part of cooking, all these noises and stuff. Sounds. Create a beat for me. It's actually part of cooking. Especially when you beat in whisk, there's different variables. You get a high oscillation or frequency of whisk, or softer, or churning as opposed to whipping or beating. Same with a drum. Yeah, it's nice and fluffy there. So we'll go ahead and clean. Done. Alright, so all that's, now we're gonna mix the dry ingredients just until incorporate. No need to over blend. So we'll go ahead and mix this into a bowl here. See that? Yeah, baby. Get all that good stuff. It's coming together. I'm just gonna mix this in. So it says just mix until incorporated. So no need to over blend, it says. So just about incorporated. Over blending would be the continuation of blending after this point. So it's just incorporated. There you go. Now it says fold in the nuts, about half a cup of pecans. It says finely chopped. Yeah, take my hand. These are full pecans, as you can see. What I do, I chop them with my hands. So we'll find out. Ready? And that's finely chopped to my standards. No need to go so fancy and use Sometimes people use knives and forks and all that. You know what? Somebody would have used a utensil or man-made object, finely chop these. But I, on the other hand, like the more natural approach, as I am a natural occurrence here on this planet. So I'll incorporate my naturalness into the natural occurrence of finely chopped pecans. Literally just taking my hands and crushing these. I do agree the finer the better for when you're cutting it. It's a little tough to cut into an even slice, but I'll go back and these bigger chunks. You know what? Two hands would quicken the process. Getting two hands to do twice the work, so there it is. Chopping. I guess even with pecans, you like crush them against each other, and they start to like disintegrate. All fine with me. This is what we're gonna do. It's about half a cup there. As we fold these in, continue chopping them. See? We're just more finely chopping them here. Now we know we got a half a cup. Now it says fold with a spatula, but if you don't got a spatula, use your hand. I mean, anything else you got. Just folding, fold, 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 fold. That's nice and folded. Then at this point, says pour the batter into the preload.
Oui, c'est vrai, son réalité, bon, son réalité qu'on a pris dans le dit pas bon. Il va dire, peut-être bien, mon bon, les Français, c'est. Lever nos familles pour des Français pas l'école. Pas capable d'école la caméra. Si c'est là, on ne demande pas l'école la caméra avec des gens qui travaillent avec un gardien. Ou bien nous qui la machine. Ou qui travaille avec des gens. Donc, les chiens, quand là, on va. Ah, personne n'est capable d'école. Pas capable d'école, même non, là. Montre-toi. Son méchant, c'était haïtien, non? La France, non? Oui, mon papa m'a
Actually gonna go grab this spoon. Grab all that extra goodness. Be surprised what a good chunk of batter you could get from really getting in there. Look at all this batter. Look at all that. The whole cookie, whole slice. Whole slice of banana pecan bread right here, guys. Just make sure we add that. And clean as we go. Alright, now this ingredient doesn't call for this, but what I like to do is just grab some just right over the top of that. Sprinkle some chopped pecans right over top. Just a little light. See here in this step, this is what makes it a little difficult to cut at points. But go ahead, and every person has their own preference, so just go a little bit more. Alright, last step is to, it says bake about An hour and 15 minutes to golden brown, and a toothpick inserted into the center of the loaf comes out clean. So hour and 15 minutes. Set the timer. That's it. Now, says don't get nervous as the banana bread develops a crack down the center of the loaf. It's no mistake, it's typical. Rotate the pan periodically to ensure even browning. So half of an hour and 15 minutes is 45 minutes. So 45-minute check mark, 4:41. So 45 minutes from that time, will be the time when we come and rotate. Or we can do every 22 minutes. Let's do that 45. That's alright. So I get to close this. Oh goodness. It will be just fine. So come back in 45 minutes.